Hi, so the subject for this week is not this drum. This is a master healing drum and it's called obviously White Buffalo. But anyway, the question is what is anxiety? And I was doing a drumming demonstration and I felt compelled to share what that term anxiety looks like, because we give it a label, it's a feeling. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because nobody has the same feeling, but we seem to give it the same label as if we all know what it is. And the short answer is that anxiety is an emotion that's created by a limiting belief. So we can dive deeper into that. But before I do, quick intro. My name's Stephen Bones, and you'll help me and others by subscribing and hitting the bell. So I'd love you to join me on this journey. So anxiety usually has other allies, emotional ones, such as panic, sadness, anger, stress, maybe feeling low, and even depression. And we're actually all experience some sort of unpleasant emotions, these ones I've listed, many times during a week or even a day. They tend to be with us for a lot of the time. So what are limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs create emotions. So the word emotion, e-m-otion, is actually what we'd call energy in motion. So these feelings that I'm describing actually create an energy that moves. And the limiting beliefs we carry, once we get triggered, they cause the energy to move, and then they cause these emotions to show up. And that's how our system lets us know that something is out of balance. But in this modern world we live in, unfortunately, a lot of us can suffer these emotions, and I do say suffer because they can cause a lot of pain, and I know because I've been there. So limiting beliefs are created sort of early in our life. They're like conditioned feelings that we've suppressed. And for instance, your parents may not have given you any attention when you were younger, unless you actually achieved something, unless you performed, and they expected you to achieve to their sort of standard. And if you didn't, there was a lot of criticism. And I remember as a kid, my school report always used to say could do better, and my parents would reinforce that I wasn't doing things well enough, and I had to do better. And this gave me a conditioning belief that I was not good enough, not worthy. And so that word we use, that label, created anxiety when I was in situations where I felt I was being judged for what I was doing. And these different labels just boil down to these conditioning beliefs. And another example that creates the same environment, and I'm just giving you some quick examples here, is we may have had a chaotic upbringing. There may be a lot of shouting, maybe moving out of familiar places, such as moving home, bounced about a lot. The family could have been forced to do that due to finances, and maybe there was a lot of talk how we can't afford this, we can't afford that, money doesn't grow on trees. And again, that's the one I remember, not affording it, not being able to afford, and my dad working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And then what happens is the child starts to create a limiting belief about finances and money, and these same beliefs that we can't afford this and money doesn't grow on trees. So in other words, money's in short supply. So these are just some quick examples. I wanted you to have an understanding. Now the interesting thing is we can let these beliefs go. So this is the important message here. We're not broken and there's nothing to fix. We can let these beliefs go. It's just the caveat is you're not going to be able to do it on your own. And there are many ways with working with these beliefs. I work with the drums, which is one session. and also they will push things through, and they'll sort of touch these limiting beliefs, and they'll help them shift, or they may even extract them out. But I also do soul retrieval work as well, or couple the two together. And this is the old ancient way of doing it, which is shamanic therapy, if you like, or shamanic practices. So you can do it that way, and it's very effective. And I work with a lot of people doing soul retrieval work and drumming work, and the results are astounding. But the first thing is we have to accept that we have got limiting beliefs that are causing these feelings we have. And when you begin an acceptance of those, then we start to look on how can we help ourselves. So there you go. That's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'd really appreciate it. And you don't know, by helping others, the video gets about, and somebody may just come across this that needs to shift those limiting beliefs. So